Welcome back to the 6th episode in our electricity system series, and this is going to be our last episode when it comes to single player, at least for the main series. Now we're going to have more videos to add all kinds of things that you will ask in the comment sections, but for now this is going to be it. So let's head back into our power manager and let's start setting up things to be functional fully. So what we need is, we have our graph notify graph changed, and we need a function over here. So let's make a new function and let's call this recalculate networks. And then I'm just going to F2 this, copy this, and go to our notify graph changed, and I'm going to put this as a function name. So whenever we're going to change something inside of our electricity system, add a new actor, remove an actor, we're going to go ahead and call this recalculate networks. Now this is the part that took me quite a while to figure out without any errors, so bear with me. So first we want to do an if. Before we do anything to our networks, we want to make sure that we have made changes to it. If there are no changes, we don't need to do anything. So under the false, we're simply returning exiting from the function. Now again, make sure your dirty variable is set to be false by default. Now if it is dirty though, if we have made changes, we can reset our variable back to true, back to false, saying that we have checked our network, and let's start checking the network itself. So first we want to grab all of our visited components. For that one we need a local variable. So we're going to do L visited components. The type is going to be our power component object reference class, and we're going to go ahead and set this variable. Now this one though needs to be an array, and what's going to happen when we make this into an array is it's going to give us an error because, well, it needs some kind of an input. So what we can do is just simply make an array, right click the 0 entry, and remove the element pin, and this is going to create us an empty array like this. Now we want to do the same thing for our networks. We want to go ahead and set those and make those empty as well. Right click, remove array element pin like this. So we have both of these variables now at the beginning of the function set to be empty. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab all the power components that we have added to our network, and we're going to do a loop through all of these like this. And over here, what we're going to check for is we're going to do an if branch, and we need to make sure that two conditions are met. So the first one is from our power components, we want to check, are they valid? So is valid, the function, like this. And then we want to do an and we want to check for one more thing, which is from these visited components, we want to grab those, and we're going to check if it contains an item, and that item is the power component that we are looking at right now. And so for this one we need to do a not, as in not boolean value, because if it does contain, it's going to say true, and then we flip it to false, so this is going to fail. But if it's going to be false, we're going to flip it to true, and this is going to succeed then. We want to do it like that. So it's going to reverse the value, making sure then that we have trues in both of these entries right here. And then it's going to return true or false depending on if both of the conditions have been met. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to build a cluster. Now we don't have a function for that yet, so let's make a new function, build cluster. Single input, it's going to be our start node, so that's going to be where we're going to start checking our network. So the first entry inside of our network is going to be our power component object type, single entry. And then for the output, this is going to be our cluster, which is going to be a bunch of power components inside of an array like this. Now let's build out the function. So over here what we want to do is we want to grab our queue, we want to grab our cluster, and we want to go ahead and clear both of those. We want to start off with a clean slate like this. We want to have a clean queue and a clean cluster like this. Then once we have cleaned both of those, we're going to grab our queue and we're going to go ahead and add a new entry to our queue. It's going to be the first power component, the first power object that it's going to start from, and then it's going to go and look throughout it to see its connections and build up a network. Now for the entry, for this add, what we're going to grab is our start node. So we're going to right click, get start node. It's going to have an F to it because it's a function parameter, function variable. Connect it up. And then for the end of it all, we're going to grab our cluster and we're going to return the whole cluster. But before we can do that, we actually need to process the queue. And again, we don't have a function for it. So let's make another function. Process queue. There are no entries, no inputs, no outputs. But just to finish the build cluster, let's go back there. Let's run this function at this point. So we have added something to our queue. And then we're going to be able to process the queue inside of the function. And once the processing of the queue is done, we can go ahead and return the entire cluster like this. Now, again, let's step a step back again to finish our recalculation. So we're going through all the power components, making sure we haven't visited them yet, and we're making sure they are valid and fully functional. Once we know that is true, we can go ahead and build our cluster from the true route. The start node is going to be our array element, so the first power component. And then from over here, we can go ahead and grab our networks, and we can add a new entry to our networks because we just went through a bunch of, inside of our cluster, we built up a bunch of power components inside of a single network, and this is where we are returning those. So here we can go ahead and make a power component, the power component structure, and we can add a bunch of power components for a single network. Now, once we have done this, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our visited components and we're going to go ahead and we're going to append an array because we have inside of our process queue, we're going to add a bunch of power components that we have already visited. So we don't want to go ahead and visit those again. So we're going to do this and we're going to grab our cluster from the build cluster and just simply append it to the visited. So all the nodes inside of that specific network are going to be marked as visited, and we're no longer going to go ahead and check for them because, well, we have already done that. Now, this is how our recalculated networks is going to look like. Now, let's go inside of our process queue and let's start working on this one. Now, this one is a bit complicated because we're going back and forward. We're rerunning this same function again to make sure we have went through the entire queue. So we're going to grab our queue variable because we previously inside of our build cluster, we added a single entry inside of our queue. So that means we have something. So here, just in case, we're going to go ahead and check the length. And we want to check if the length is equal to 0 if we are done with the whole thing. Now, if it is true, if we are done, we're just going to simply return and be done with it. But if we are not done with it, we're going to grab our cluster. We're going to add a unique entry to our cluster. And we're going to grab our queue. And we're going to get a copy from the first entry, so the index 0 from our queue. So we're going to grab the first element inside of our queue and we're going to go ahead and add it to our network. Now, once we have added something to our network, while we still have it in our memory before we remove it from the queue, we're going to go ahead and get that specific items, that specific components connections, that specific actor. So let's say we put down a light pole, we're going to see what it is connected to. So we're going to loop through all of those connections. We're going to check what is it connected to. And then inside of the body, we're going to go ahead and break the power structure because we need the references to the other power components. And here what we can do is we can grab our cluster and we can try and find an item, which is our other power component. And our task now is to see if we have it inside of our network already. Now, if we don't have it, it's going to return us a -1. So the index the item was found at, or -1 if not found. So we're going to check if it is -1 to see if we have found it or not. And so if we have not, if it is -1, what we can do then is we can grab our queue and add it. Because again, we need to go ahead and go through all of those entries. And if we don't already have it in our cluster, but it is inside of the network, we're going to go ahead and add it to the queue and just check it. And it's going to be like a loop inside of a loop inside of a loop for a little bit, but it's going to be fine. It's not going to crash as long as there isn't like millions and millions and millions of entries, I would assume. But from what I've tested, it holds on pretty nicely. So the add element is the other power component. So we're adding that one like this, and therefore so far it's good. Now, once we have gone through all of those connections and we have added all of those connections to the queue, once it's completed, we can go ahead and do process queue. Did I misspell it? Right click, process queue. There we go. And that is because I have misspelled it. 1C off. I think it's like this. Maybe it's 2. I'm not sure actually. Sorry for my English. There we go. So we're going to process the queue. Once we are done with checking all the connections and added all the new ones that we have found inside of our queue. And before we proceed, we need to make sure that we remove the element that we have just checked. Otherwise, it's going to go through the same one all over again, and then it is going to crash. So we're going to grab our queue and we're going to do remove index just before we relaunch the process queue. And we're going to remove the index 0, therefore removing the entry that we just checked, like this. This might have been very confusing. If I explained it very poorly, let me know in the comment section or in Discord. Ask questions. I'll do my best to explain it maybe a little bit differently. Now, one last thing left for us to do, which I missed, is so like I said, every time we're going to do changes in the network, add remove actors, we're going to run our recalculate networks. So when we go through all of the power components, once it's completed, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and process the networks like this. And this process networks is the one that is going to calculate how much power we have, how much power we need, and then depending on that, it is going to turn the machines on or off. Now, real quick, let me just double check that our power consumer, the light pole, has the function it has. So let's go ahead and let's test it out. So 1, 3, 2. Let's go through a pole and boom, and there we go. The light is functional. How many? It's not the one. Okay, let's do this one instead. One of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be the amount that we can connect to this, because I think the rate was 100 power units and this one consumes 10. So you can see each time we connect it, it is getting turned on. There we go. All of them are on, and now I would assume once we connect this one, the power should go out. There we go. Let's make another generator, connect it up, and there we go, and it's functional again. And again, the same thing should function for, let's say we make another network over here. These ones should be completely separated. So once we disconnect, let's reconnect. Here we go. That one goes out. That one keeps running. Connect it up. remove it. Let me just play with it a bit just to make sure it does function the way it should. There we go. There we go. And there are no errors and everything seems to be fine. So that's going to be it for the single player part of things. In the next episode, we're going to go ahead and replicate it. Because of the setup that we already have, it is going to be very quick and simple. Even though it is multiplayer and usually it's a big pain, but this time it is not going to be that bad. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, join my Discord, and I see you guys in the next one.